Returning to that lofty world, John changed into a crisp suit and attended his girlfriend's party. On stage, Alice shone brightly, her skin flawless and pale, every movement radiating grace. No one could tell that this pop star had lived for centuries. To her, giving up childbirth for immortality was the greatest joy on earth. She joked with John, smiling, saying if not for this immortal era, she would have married him, and even borne his child. John didn't reply, only staring at the faint bloodstain on his hand. At that moment, he began to doubt his own work. Was this kind of immortality really worth it? Staring at those youthful bodies before him, he seemed to see a hall of withered souls. His heart began to ache. The boy he had dealt with himself kept appearing in his mind.
Our slayer of dinosaurs!
He suddenly realized that immortality was nothing but a gilded cage. The next day, John accompanied Alice to the immortality clinic. It turned out that even immortals' bodies decayed, but with a special rejuvenation chip, they could regain youth. When the chip was implanted, the wrinkles on Alice's face vanished before his eyes. Soon after, she was flawless once more. On their way back, Alice hugged John joyfully, but didn't notice the small toy dinosaur inside the car, like a thorn, piercing deep into his heart. It reminded him of the erased child. He could no longer face Alice, and made an excuse to return to the surface alone. From that day on, he could no longer work in peace. The child's laughter echoed endlessly in his mind. By chance, he noticed the toy's logo, and followed the lead to a worn-down toy shop. In this era where birth was forbidden, someone was still buying toys. He soon noticed a woman looking nervous, who turned and ran as he entered. John immediately chased after her, all the way to a shabby house. Through a crack in the window, he saw a little girl, the woman's child. She lived in poverty, but there was light in her eyes. John didn't report them. Instead, he asked her to sit. He asked her why she gave up immortality and hid in the shadows to raise a child. The woman smiled faintly, looking toward her daughter. She said she had lived for more than 3 centuries. She had experienced everything, tasted every desire and pleasure, but the longer life became, the emptier her heart grew. Until the child was born, for the first time she felt that life had meaning. The baby's first cry, first steps, first fall became, in her endless life, the most precious gifts. At that moment, she understood what it meant to continue life. The little girl looked at him curiously, offering him her straw hat to play. As he bent down to take it, the woman lunged toward the gun on the table. Trained as he was, John stopped her easily. Hearing the child's heartbreaking cries, he put the gun down and let them go. But that moment had already been seen by his teammates. In his final moment, John found his answer, choosing to protect the mother and child, and standing against his own team. Until the final breath, he was finally free. At last, he escaped the gilded cage of immortality. The paradox of immortality and forbidden birth gave humanity eternal life, but stripped away the warmth of its soul.